come and build a profile. We've even started building profiles and then sending it to the small business. Hey, we just built your free profile. Come and grab it. Would you like to buy leads? Would you like to participate in advertising? Do you want to blog on our network and establish yourself as an expert in this category? And so far, we've gotten great response. And I think it's because of a lack of opportunities for small businesses to get engaged with the web that they're really responding well to it.
Now, once you launch your site with the meta tags for the research that you've done, are you constantly tweaking those meta tags along the way? No. That's it?
Yeah.
So if you see a dip in numbers,
yes,
do you go back?
Yes. Yes. We go back, and first we see is there something we've done on the site where we've created duplicate content? We try to do everything very above board and very white hat, and so somehow we inadvertently violate something in Google's policy, which is not super transparent, not super consistent. Or did the search patterns change? And has user behavior changed?
So you must be using a lot more sophistication in regards to Watchdog and the numbers than the site log that you get with DotNetNuke.
Actually, we're only just starting to.
Yeah.
Because we've been a pretty lean organization. We didn't go out and raise a ton of capital. You see companies raising $10, $20, $30 million in the venture space. We decided to raise less and grow the business more conservatively. So we're actually just going through this process now of adding in some of those layers of analytics and monitoring. And it's been a challenge in the past, especially as our network grew. Our network grew faster than everything else did. And so, I remember coming to the office one day and it was like you opened up your closet and stuff just started to fall on you.
And I was kind of curious what your opinion was of the site logs that DotNetNuke provides for you versus the webmaster tools.
Right now, all we're using is webmaster tools and analytics. Now we're looking at laying something on top of the site logs. And I don't know if you've looked at the site logs.
As far as the site logs for DotNetNuke, they weren't really that helpful to us. Just because, since we have a rewriter on top of DotNetNuke, we can't actually see the URL. We just see the default .aspx question mark and all the other stuff. So we never really used them. I think one of the first things we did was set it to save to a file, and we'll use it if we're troubleshooting something. But that's probably the lowest part of it.
I think that's probably a real opportunity as a framework. If there's a framework out there that really starts to embrace search, because nobody has yet. Everybody has a module here or a module there. But if you were able to tap into, what some of the top SEOs in the country and kind of work with them to embed that knowledge into the technology, I think it could be a real competitive advantage in terms of attracting a greater user base.
And I take it you're hiding the meta tag so nobody can grab it.
No, you can grab it if you want.
Really?
Yeah. It's sophisticated, right? You can grab our meta. We've had people try to copy our sites and just steal them. But we also have really effective link building. We're involved in a lot of social media. There are a lot of different ways that we kind of really quickly become the center of the knowledge base in that industry. It's very hard to hijack stuff from us. Plus, I have one guy who's constantly sending out DMCA cease and desist notices. So, because we have people stealing our content, putting it up on their website. And for a while, again, just because of the limitations of Google and what they're trying to do, I love Google, don't get me wrong, but I'll point out where I think they're doing things wrong as well. Because of the size of the index, they really don't do a great job yet in preventing content hijacking. So for a long time, we had to go chase people down who were stealing our content and ranking ahead of us for it. And then we started to look like we had duplicate content of our own content and we're getting penalized by it. So it's all part of the big video game.
On the log file, are you doing anything like Google Analytics or anything client side?
Yeah, we're using Google Analytics for that. That's where we figure out most of our page hits, visitors, and that type of stuff.
Besides Google Analytics, are you doing anything else?
We do stuff with the IIS logs.
No, I mean like client side. There are other services that will collect data.
I'm trying to. We use a system that monitors all of our inbound links, monitors our competitors' links, gives us a really good idea of kind of what the spiders are saying. I can't remember the name of the program we use for links, which is a great program.
Yeah, but that's not on the client. That's not like JavaScript embedded on the client. I was wondering because there's services that do things like heat maps and will show you where.
I think we were using Crazy Egg.
We were using Crazy Egg for a little bit.
And
Heat mapping type stuff just kind of got lost in the mix in terms of the priority.
I don't know.
So Google Analytics is the big thing.
Yeah, I think we're also using Google Optimizer for serving of our multivariate testings of forms and pages and things like that. Yeah. And we had looked at other products like Omniture, and I'm sure it's a great product. It wasn't cost effective for a small business like us.
Did you say that you're hosting yourself? Have to run your own servers?
No, we hosted at a third-party hosting facility. One of the things that was important to us, too, was just having a wide variety of IP blocks available to us. The search engines obfuscate on purpose so that you can't really understand what's going on. And so it was very difficult for a while for us to do SERPs analysis and really even understand where we were showing up as relevant. And I don't think there's anything wrong in monitoring that. But when we were trying to do it from just our location, after 100 queries, we'd be shut down. And so we needed to get variable IPs just so we could start to really understand what our network looked like. Also, as our network grew, you can imagine, if Google allows you 1,000 queries, outside of just your normal queries of Google, right? I use Google 100 times a day, just period, for my own stuff. If you've got 20 websites, that's really only 50 queries per site. And we've got hundreds and thousands of pages that we want to monitor, and we want to understand, is the content we're putting on these pages viewed as relevant by the search engines? So for a long time, we were operating in the dark, and now we've been able to understand a little bit more.
Hey Dave, Nick Caliani, he's not watching anymore, but you don't have to answer now, but he was wondering if you'd like to be featured in a case study for .NETNuke.
Oh, cool. So that'd be great.
So we can talk about that later.
That's great. Yeah, I'd really like to find ways that we can, as a community, get more engaged in search. I think that's something that the search engines want us to do.
Mm-hmm.
The search engines want us to provide publishing systems that help people publish their information in ways that their providers can read.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in exploring that.
Okay.
Cool. I didn't bring any business cards either. But if anyone ever has any questions about search, if you have clients that you're working with that are having problems, be happy to take a look at some things. So you can connect with us through Will. If you have any ideas on your own, just related to anything we've talked about, we've got a pretty entrepreneurial shop. I'm an entrepreneur, but the way we kind of run our business is everyone just kind of has a section of the business they need to go run and grow. So we're always interested in collaboration.
And for anybody that didn't know, and I said Nick Caliani, he's one of the core team members, so just so you know.
Cool. Well, we appreciate it, and appreciate the community, so any way we can help out, let us know.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dave.